Wonder if you could talk a little bit about just what the process has been like over these 6 years building this lineup, because obviously you came in and it was probably rock bottom, and now it's one
Yeah.
of the better lines in the conference.
I think just over the years, what this staff has done, our strength staff, I mean, just even defensively, I think number one is our players just kind of believed and bought into what we were trying to do here from the start. They knew that results were going to happen overnight. We just kept working. These guys are diligent in terms of their process of showing up every single day with some sort of intent, working in the weight room, having great summers, taking what they learned from 19 to take it on to 21 and build on those skills. So this is just a result of guys doing the same things over and over, just doing it better each year they've been here.
What's it been like to have Hodgins here all 6 years? What has he meant to you and the linemen?
It's been incredible. He's number one. I mean, he's just an awesome representation of Oregon State football in terms of what he means to this program, who he is, how he approaches every single day. And it's just not him. I mean, there's a bunch of guys on this team that's been here since the beginning. I mean, it's an older group of guys that's been around for a long time. But his leadership skills, his presence in the room, it's seen. When he's around. And so he was a big factor, and along with some of the older guys that's been around for a long time in terms of getting this thing turned the right way.
Can you talk a little bit about the depth in the room? It really seems like you guys can go, 4, 5, 6 deep at times.
Yeah, I think you have to. I think the guys done a great job. I can't say enough about what our strength staff has done with this unit, how important that aspect of their phase of development. I think we got guys coming along. I mean, with James having another year under his belt, Hodge has been here for several years. We got Joe Golden, who's an older, experienced D lineman, got to play a lot of snaps for us. Suiaunoa playing a lot of good football right now, and just a year better. He's got his, weight up and doing some of the things we've asked him to do in the off season. And so it's a great position to be in. That these guys having the season they had last year, how close it was. These guys they enjoyed the 10-win season last year, but they also knew there was enough that was left behind that we need to find a way to close that gap.
Speaking of Golden, how has he adjusted, obviously, with a year under his belt from last season, now going into a full season with the playbook under his belt, more reps, more stuff? How has he kind of adjusted in year 2 with Oregon State?
He's been great. His best quality that he wants to be the best football player he can possibly be. He's a great team guy. He's been a great addition to our program. And so going from last year, I think, it's always hard when you come in and you're the first guy playing a lot of football and then coming in. So he had some experience, but not necessarily on this field and with these guys. So he had to earn his stripes here when he first got here, and I think he's done that.
How much better does that make your defensive line to go up against an offensive line that is already pretty stout and very talented every day in practice?
Absolutely. I mean, when we believe we've got something special in the trenches here, these guys make each other better. They know, our guys know, they know they got to show up to practice. One bad rep or one bad step can cost them that rep. And so we do a good job. These guys have been battling. The offensive line is phenomenal. We get good work. It's good competition on that side of every single day at practice, and it's only gotten us better.
Is there one guy you would say has taken the biggest step from last year to this year?
I don't know. I think, James having the season he had last year and him coming back, he's showing signs that he's going to be a much better football player this year. I think Hodgins taking another step. I think Joe Golden had a great summer and recovered from injury little bit of last season to where he had a full off season. I think Sean has done a great job. So it's not just, I don't know. I think it's hard to have one because I think the whole group is kind of grown, and you've seen the strides throughout camp, and every single day it's always somebody different that shows something different that you sit back and say, man, we got a pretty good thing going on.
Where does Thomas Collins fit in on all this?
Thomas is doing a great job for us. I mean, number one is the guy loves football. I mean, he lives, breathes, eats football. So he works really, really hard at it. And so right now he's working his way up into the rotation right now. He's studying football. He's shown up. He's shown some plays, made enough plays here in fall camp to make us look like, man, this guy may help us this year.
Last season, you guys were good at putting pressure on the quarterback, but didn't have a lot of sacks under your guys' belt. How do you guys take it to that next level? Not only obviously getting pressure on the quarterback, but getting them on the ground and putting, the opposing offenses in more of a pickle, more of a bind than just restarting the down into the next
Yeah,
play.
absolutely. I mean, these guys know, the guys in the room, and you know, defensively, we had a lot of missed opportunities last year at the quarterback when we had opportunities to get the quarterback down and we didn't. And so it's always a good job to be able to get near the quarterback. Now we got to turn good to great by trying to finishing the quarterback. And that just comes with preparation, knowing, being intentional in our training. Like today we had a blitz circle in terms of how to approach a quarterback, the details and what it takes to approach an athletic quarterback. So those little things got to show up during practice. And obviously when it shows up in the game, we should be able to be able to finish the quarterback.
Seems like this fall camp, you guys have been doing a pretty good job of that. Even today, a couple times maybe the D-line getting a little too aggressive, bumping into Ben, and a couple others. Are you seeing that progress and getting to the quarterback on the ground more often this fall camp?
Yeah, these guys are working, man. It's been good. They're playing fast. I mean, they know what the job is. The job is to affect the quarterback. That's the guy that controls the offense. It's the guy with the ball every single time. So for us to take another step, we got to find a better way to get to him more often.
Last year, the experience was in the secondary and inside linebacker. This year, it looks like it's in your line. How much responsibility do you think these guys take and kind of lead in the defense this year?
You know, I think the culture that we've kind of built around here is that just guys just show up and you know, committed to doing their job. I think we up front, because of the experience we have, that the expectation is a little bit more on the front, but those guys expect that of themselves as well. So absolutely, I think the guys up front know that this is the most experience we got on defense coming back. I think they shoulder it, and I think they carry it out with the practice with them every time. And it's not anything they got to do different. It's just making sure that they do the things that they do the best way they can every single time.
Thanks, Coach.
All right.
Yep.